Ladies, just as you put a guy in the friend zone, a guy also has a friend zone. It's called the fun zone. A guy will put you in one of two categories: somebody to take seriously or somebody to have fun with. You can only get put in the fun zone if you allow yourself to be put in the fun zone. Similar to a guy, the only way he can be in the friend zone, that's right, if he allows himself to be in the friend zone. And I will also hear, yeah, but a guy tells me one thing and then puts me in another zone. He'll lie to me. Yes, but his actions will speak. It's not what he says, it's what he does. If he really likes you, he'll spend his time, energy, finances, and resources on you. If he doesn't, he's probably put you in the fun zone because he doesn't want to commit to you. Now, if a guy doesn't want to commit to you, he's not just going to tell you that, he's going to show that to you. And if you can't dissect serious behavior from unserious behavior, that's on you. And if you don't know the answer, you're probably in the fun zone. That's just the truth. Much love.
The friend zone does not exist. It is a made-up excuse by men who want something from a woman that the woman is probably never going to give him. The idea and concept of the friend zone implies that friendships are transactional and they're only worthwhile if it leads to something romantic or something sexual. This idea of a friend zone inhibits genuine human connection by reducing it to a transactional exchange where kindness is treated as a currency. And what makes the friend zone even worse is it distorts the idea of rejection, making it seem like it is unfair or some sort of punishment when a woman simply says no to a man who she's not even interested in. And there's one very specific type of man who thinks he ends up in the friend zone when in reality he's simply getting rejected. That is the nice guy. You know who I'm talking about. The guy who did everything for you expecting something in return. The guy who goes all out for you without you even asking him to. The guy who thinks that the more he performs, the more he's going to get out of you. The one who thinks that he's entitled to your time, your energy, and your body simply because he did something nice for you. In the mind of this specific type of man, he will wait around in the friend zone hoping that there's a slip up in the crack or an opportunity that he can take advantage of and seize. And that's what makes it so weird and creepy. A regular dude is going to be like, cool, you rejected me? No harm, no foul. You're not into me. I totally understand that. I'm going to move on. But the men who can't take rejection are the ones who say they're friend zoned. Male entitlement is depicted all throughout Hollywood movies. You see the dude who's fighting for the love of his life, and no matter the obstacles, he does everything he has to do to get to her. That's weird, and we've normalized it as a society. So dudes see that shit and they indirectly think that they can also do it as well. But in reality, in real life interactions, it's not the same thing. Ultimately, the friend zone only exists subjectively in the mind of a man who does not know how to handle rejection and who doesn't know how to cope with it. He got rejected. Now all of a sudden he's in the friend zone, but there he is waiting around for you to finally give in and for him to finally win your love over. That shit is weird as hell. Move on, bro. No means no. Let it go. Respect the woman's boundaries. And find a woman who actually likes you for you. This woman clearly doesn't. It is what it is. You're not in the friend zone. You just got rejected. That's it.
Stop getting friend zoned. These are 3 reasons why men consistently get friend zoned. So if that sounds familiar, this is the video for you. Reason number 1. You never get risky or flirtatious with her. Now, you remember that thing you said to yourself when you were taking a shower that you were going to say to her the next time you saw her, but you didn't do it? This is why you're still in the friend zone, bro. The more you consistently talk to a woman without ever trying to explore flirty waters, you automatically, by default, put yourself in the friend zone. Automatically. Because in her mind, she's thinking, if this guy is into me, he's going to say something, right? And then after a while, she just gets turned off that you didn't do it. Number 2, giving out free validation. Every time she posts a picture on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, you're the first one with the hard eyes. You're the first one telling her she's cute, she's pretty every time she does it. But she's never complimented you. She's never shown you that she's interested in you. So why do you continue to give her that free attention and validation? Number 3, lacking your own opinions. See, men do this weird thing where they think that if they agree with everything that a woman tells them, that she will like him more, and this couldn't be further from the truth. Romantic partners actually disagree a lot, but friends usually agree with one another.
So deep in the... You ever been so deep in the friend zone that even Google Maps couldn't find your way out? Like, you're over there holding her purse, helping her pick outfits for her actual date with another guy, and she's like, "You're such a good friend." And you're like, "Yeah, friend." Deep sigh. Let's be honest. The friend zone is basically emotional purgatory. with snacks. Now,
When you get put into the friend zone, it usually comes from two things: lack of knowledge of how women actually work, or fear of rejection. In that case right there, guys are not progressing along. They're not letting the woman know what they want. They're sitting there trying to just, if I could just ease in, do this, get to know her, do all these other things and you do have to do that because you do have to build rapport. She doesn't know you. But what happens is too much rapport is built, not enough tension. You're not teasing her and you're not letting her know that, hey, I want to pursue more than this. So all you do is just say, oh, well, Bessie, what's your name? Oh, hey, Bessie, what you doing Saturday? Oh, hey, how's that guy you're doing? Man, ask her out on a mother effing date. I'd rather have you have no game at all, and have the balls just to ask her out on a date. You'll get way better results than the guy that has all the knowledge, but he never progressed. So it's just asking, just progressing. Even if you don't know game, not knowing game is not an excuse. Just ask her out. Just you see in the movies, you'll get better results. But most of you are scared of rejection, and that's where the biggest problem is coming from. It's progress.
So you can't find a man to commit. Have you tried checking your friend zone? The other day, my friend was telling me how she couldn't find any good men, that they weren't around, that she had no one to commit. All the men in the world, they will sleep with her, they will screw her and chuck her. And she was telling me this long drawn out story, and she was like, yeah, the other day I was with Travis and we were like drinking wine, and I was just crying and telling him, you know, how much I wanted a man to commit, and he was telling me how much more I deserve and that I was gonna find someone good. Girl, I literally looked at her and I was like, baby girl, have you never realized that the irony of the situation is the shoulder you're crying on and the person you're complaining to about not finding good men is actually a man that will commit to you? Oh my God, there's no way, Hallett, that would never happen. Travis and I are just friends. First of all, men and women cannot be friends. I've said it here, I'll say it again, it doesn't work. One of my best friends was a guy. I love him to death. He is my brother, but guess how many times I've seen him since I've gotten married? I told her, why, darling, why isn't he good enough? And she was like, I mean, even if he was more than just friends, like it would never work. I'm like, why? Because he's an 8, not a 10. Because he makes 90 grand a year, not 200,000 a year. Because he's a welder with benefits, but he's not a doctor with an MD. This is a prime example of hypergamy, how women who are just average women, which there's nothing wrong with, will go only after the top 10 to 20% of men. And all the men that they complain are not there are literally waiting in their friend zone pool, just around them, just waiting for them to notice. Like, I can't tell you how many men through my 20s were just sitting there like that probably would have given me the world, but I never paid attention to. So if you're waiting for commitment, just look around you and see whose shoulder you're crying on.
As a woman, if you get friend zoned by a guy, you are absolutely cooked. The odds of you getting out of that friend zone are incredibly low. Like, this pretty much never happens. And I've been around guys my entire life. Obviously multiple best friends that have friend zone girls, and it just never turns into anything else. And here's why. Men approach the dating world with women in 3 boxes: the friend zone box, the short-term fun hookup box, and then the wifey material box. But here's the catch. Men know within the first date or first day of actually meeting you and getting to know you which box you're in. This is why I always say men know right when wifey material walks into the room. We just need one date to know which box you're in, or even just meeting somebody, friends of friends, for example. And if the dude doesn't find you attractive, well, right then and there, he's going to friend zone you. And odds are, if he's already committed that to himself in his head and has had those thoughts of, oh, I'm friend zoning this woman, ultimately, you're probably not getting out of that box, and it's in your best bet to just walk away.
Why do people, men or women, end up there in the first place? Let's start with the guys, because y'all be out here volunteering for emotional community service and don't even realize it. You're giving out free therapy sessions, compliments, and Starbucks runs like Oprah. You get validation. You get validation. Everybody gets validation. Coffee? Sparkles? Meanwhile, she's thinking, oh, he's so sweet. I hope he meets a nice girl one day. And you're like, hello, it's me. I am the nice girl day. But nah, you never flirted. You never said what you actually wanted. You just liked every single selfie like a proud aunt at graduation. Then you get shocked when she tells you about the guy she actually likes, the one who shows up late, smells like cologne and bad decisions, and still somehow has the confidence of a man who hasn't done laundry in a month.
5 reasons you were friend zoned. Number 1, you came off too friendly. You didn't make it clear as to what you wanted. Number 2, you too playful. It's okay to be funny, but not childish. Number 3, they don't see you being fit to play that role in their life, so they rather keep you as a friend. Number 4, they're not attracted to you, but they see you as a cool person to be around. And number 5, you waited too long to make your move, so they moved on. Keep a rich mentality.
Things guys do when they're trying to friend zone you. This one's really sneaky when he's always talking about himself and never asking about you. The reason he doesn't ask about you is because he doesn't care. He could care less what you're doing, what you're not doing, who you're spending time with, who you're talking to. He just wants this friendship to be about him. The next one, he's always setting you up to compliment him. That's a clear sign that he's using your friendship to just like boost his ego or his confidence. He's going to take that confidence that you give him and then go somewhere else with it. Next, if the only time you guys hang out is in a group setting with friends, yeah, it's because he doesn't find you interesting enough to be one-on-one with you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. When he's talking to you about another girl, don't make the mistake of thinking that somehow he sees how you're his perfect woman through the conversations that you guys have about another woman. The next, he's consistently inconsistent. He won't talk to you for like a week straight, like just radio silence. He doesn't have anything to say to you. Then one day he'll just come and be like, all right, I gotta dump all this information that's happened in the past 5 days. You give him the advice, you guys have a little chat back and forth, he listens to your advice, and then he's gone for another week.
Hey, sweetheart, stop what you're doing. Listen to me right quick, like. So y'all wanted me to respond to friend zone. So listen, when a man friend zones you, it's very simple. He basically is trying to keep you around and reap the benefits without having any type of commitment or any obligations or responsibility to you. You feel what I'm saying? Pretty much, he want to hit, he want to have sex and all that good stuff. He may want you to cook for him and all of that, but you know, he don't want no strings attached. You understand what I'm saying? He just basically want to keep you around for beneficial purpose for when he needs you. He may want to borrow some money. You know, it's just like when a woman has a man for a friend, you know, she use him for moving furniture and stuff like that. But then, you know, there's a dangling in your face of a relationship. One day it's possible, but just not today. Until then, I'm gonna keep you as a friend, you know, and you know, and you just do everything that a girl's supposed to do. And by you liking him, and he knows you like him, for some reason, he's going to manipulate you and deceive you into thinking that one day y'all can have a relationship, but he's going to keep you going and keep you attached simply because of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the best thing you can do is not be so available in this situation. Don't be so available in this situation, you know, because you're trying to reverse the tables. You want to try to trigger that instinct in his mind to chase. So right now it's looking like you're the chaser. You understand? So you gotta not be so available. When he say he wants sex, you can't accept it unless you just want to do it and you call him on your terms. You know, if he wants something to eat and he wants you to cook for him, you tell him to bring the food, you'll cook. So you gotta reverse the tables around a little bit. So now he's looking at it like, okay, now she's kind of like, you know, she's not that available, so he's going to chase you more. Or just do with the whole situation all together and just don't be a friend, don't be put in the friend zone, because unless you just want to be in the friend zone. But that's basically what the friend zone means. He just want to reap the benefits of having you and do all the things that relationship couples do, but on his own time. And yeah, so you know, it ain't about you no more. It's about his needs and what he want, when he want it, how he want it, without giving you no full commitment. You understand? So yeah, make sure you like and share, ladies. All right, catch you on the next one.
All right, let's get a little deeper for a second. There's this thing called spark and safety. If you've got spark, you make people want you. If you've got safety, you make people trust you. Now, most men only bring one of the two. They're either all fireworks or all fire extinguishers. Either they're exciting but unreliable, or stable but about as flirty as a tax accountant. What you actually need is both. Be the man who can make her laugh and make her feel safe. Be unpredictable, but in a secure way, like a golden retriever with a mysterious past. Peace. Now, ladies, don't get too comfortable. Y'all friend zone men like it's a full-time job with benefits. You've got a whole lineup of good guys just sitting in emotional storage. There's Travis, the one who listens to your dating drama, Josh, who fixes your Wi-Fi, and Eric, who picks you up from the airport at 2 a.m. because he's just so thoughtful. Girl, Travis isn't thoughtful. Travis is in love with you. And you'll say, no, he's like my brother. No, he's not. He's like your unpaid boyfriend with no benefits. Sometimes the man you're crying to about men is the man. But you keep overlooking him because he's not 6'3", doesn't drive a Tesla, or have a Rolex that screams emotional unavailability. Meanwhile, the welder making 90 grand and loving you properly is invisible because his job title doesn't rhyme with surgeon. That, my friends, is hypergamy at work. So,
if you find yourself consistently getting friend zoned by women, it's absolutely because you're giving too much safety. Let me explain. There's a concept that I have that fundamentally has changed the lives of just about anyone that I've shared it with, if they actually apply it. And that is called the two sides of attraction, which are spark and safety. Spark is anything that makes a woman crave you. It makes her desire you, right? So things that give spark will be being physically attractive, dressing well, smelling good, being charismatic, having a sense of humor, owning your desires, right? Teasing her a bit. These are traits that give off spark. Safety is anything that makes a woman feel safe and emotionally connected, right? So traits that give off safety will be emotional intelligence, emotional attunement, being kind, being a provider, right? These are traits that give off safety. They make a woman feel safe in your presence. Now, the problem is most guys only check one of these two boxes. Guys who only check the box of spark, they're typically the fuckboys. They can attract a lot of women. It's a revolving door for them, right? But they fail to keep women long term because women still need safety. Whereas guys who only check the box of safety have a hard time attracting women. If they do get a date, they typically either get ghosted or they get friend zoned, right? And if they actually do find themselves in a relationship, the relationship typically has a dead bedroom or is just an unsatisfying relationship. But something amazing happens when you are able to offer both spark and safety. You'll quickly see that every date you go on goes well. Any woman who agrees to see you is going to want to see you again and again and again. And it's because you're offering value that other men cannot offer, because it is so rare to find a man who is able to check both boxes. I went on a date with a woman not too long ago who told me that she was dating this tall, handsome doctor who treated her like a princess, right? He paid for everything, was very kind, very nice, and she enjoyed his presence, but she did not feel a spark. So what did she do? She friend zoned him. It didn't matter how much money he had. It didn't matter how successful he was. It didn't matter how handsome he was. At the end of the day, he did not check that box, so she did not have any interest. Meanwhile, I'm with her at a coffee shop having a completely different experience. This is something that I want you guys to understand and integrate. Because the truth is, most of you guys are just a few tweaks away from absolutely transforming your dating life. Just a tweak here and a tweak there and you're golden. And to help you make that change, I just launched a course called the Retainment Blueprint. This is not for everyone. This is for men who keep losing the interest of women. It's going to teach you how to give spark and safety. It's going to teach you how to read situations. It's going to teach you how to read the signs that women give off that can tell you if she's a quality woman or a low quality woman, if she's invested or she's not invested, right? It's going to solve all of your problems when it comes to dating, so you can actually keep women around and stop getting ghosted, stop getting friend zoned for good. So if you're fed up with dating and you're tired of racking your brain trying to figure out what you're doing wrong, the answer is in that course. It's going to give you the clarity and confidence you need to finally start taking control of your dating life. So if you want that course, the link for it is in my bio.
So why do men leave women in the friend zone? It could be for a couple of reasons. One, he may not find the woman attractive. I mean, it happens. It happens on both sides. And also, even if it starts out with a romantic situation in mind for both sides, as time goes on, as y'all have conversations, as y'all go on dates, he could see something unattractive and he could lose all attraction for you in the process. Another reason that he could leave you in the friend zone is because he was never serious about you in the first place. Some guys are just out here playing the field. They're trying to see what they can get. And sometimes during that process, he could run into somebody that's cool and he may want to keep you around, but it's only going to go to a certain level. Another reason he might leave you in the friend zone is because he found a better option. I'm sorry, it happened. Look, men and women got to understand that there's always going to be somebody more attractive than you out there, and if they get the opportunity to get with that person, why wouldn't they jump at it? Also, I just thought of this. Another reason a man might leave you in the friend zone is because you're taking too long. A lot of y'all got some of these men jumping through unnecessary hoops, and they're going to go down the path of least resistance most times. With that being said, a lot of y'all got to make sure you don't overplay your hand, all right? Some of y'all overprice yourselves when it comes to men. The secret here is that men don't operate on struggle. The more you make him struggle, the more he's going to value you. In fact, it works in the opposite direction. The more you make a man struggle to get with you, and the more he has to work to pull affection and attention out of you, the less he likes you. A lot of men ain't about to chase and apply pressure to somebody that's resistant, and he's going to let you go, and you're going to be stuck over there in that friend zone. Either way, I know I'm late on this, but I really do hope that helps.
Here are 2 signs that you are stuck in the friend zone. And the last one is by far the most brutal, so if she's doing that one, you're kind of cooked, bro. Number 1, she does not want to go out on dates with you. She'll be happy to hang out with you in a group around other people, but when it comes to going on a date or hanging out with you one-on-one, she avoids you like the New York Jets avoid the playoffs. Because spending one-on-one time with one another is very important when it comes to building a romantic relationship. So if she doesn't see you that way, she's not going to want to spend time with you alone. So if you're not sure, ask her on a date, and if she says no, she probably just sees you as a friend. Number 2, and this is a brutal one, she talks about other guys in front of you. She'll tell you about the other guys that she's seeing, the other dates that she's going on. And that's basically her way of saying, hey, I want you to be my male best friend. I want you to be here to talk to me, but I don't actually see you as a boyfriend material guy. Because if she saw you as that guy, obviously she wouldn't want to like weird you out by talking about the other guys that she is seeing. So yeah, if she's doing either of those 2 things, just move on, go find someone else, and go be with somebody who actually sees you as more than a friend, because bro, that's what you deserve.
After you've been discarded by an avoidant, it is very common for them to try to keep you as a friend, to put you in the friend zone. And there's a couple reasons for this. One is that they're trying to ease their guilt. They know that they've hurt you, and they're trying to make it seem like, see, it's not so bad. We're staying friends. I didn't do anything all that bad. Because somebody that's an avoidant, deep down, they feel less than. They feel unworthy of a healthy partner. They feel like they're not good people. They tell themselves that they're not good people. So it eases their own guilt by keeping you as a friend. And they're able to tell themselves that they're not so bad after all. Secondly, as a friend, they still get all the benefits of you without the fear of losing you. Severe avoidants fear abandonment above all else. They fear abandonment, rejection, engulfment. It all ties together. And they don't have these fears with you when you're a friend. They still get to keep all the good qualities of you without the fear of loss. And this often comes when the relationship seems to be going so well. Things are progressing perfectly. You felt like you met your person, you met your match, and you're getting closer than ever before. And that's what scared the avoidant, and that's why they ran away. But they're trying to stick you in the friend zone, so they still have you as an available option. They can keep all the benefits of you and not fear losing you, and also ease their guilt. Severe avoidants rarely like to slam the door shut as well. And by keeping you in the friend zone, you're still an available romantic option should they ever want to go down that path again. And it's not because you did anything wrong. It's because you did all the right things. It's because you treated them well. It's because you were a good partner. That's why they got afraid. Because they don't feel like they're worthy of a good partner. They feel like a good partner will inevitably figure out that they're too good for the avoidant and abandon them and reject them. And it's much safer to have you as a friend. So understand, that's why the avoidant puts you in the friend zone. And it's perfectly okay to set a healthy boundary and say, no, I can't be your friend. I am not interested in friendship with you. It's quite the unfair request to go from a romantic partner where things seemed like this was your forever person to suddenly you're in the friend zone. And it's okay to say no and not accept that. And at the end of the day, remember, you do deserve somebody that is willing to put an equal effort to you. Somebody who is not going to pull the rug from under your feet and abandon you the way that the avoidant did. The avoidant fears abandonment so much that they ensure that it happens. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's sad, but understand, it's not anything you did.
I hate when I want to give a nigga some coochie, but he don't want to take it because he want to respect me as a friend. Like, who said I want to be your friend? Who asked you to respect me? Take the coochie, sir! I'm giving it to you for free. We can still be cool after, but take the coochie! Please.
How do you escape the friend zone? Simple. Stop acting like a friend. If you like someone, say it. Flirt. Take a risk. Because if they say no, congratulations. You just saved yourself 6 months of good morning texts and emotional damage. And if they say yes, you just graduated from the friend zone to the end zone. Touchdown, baby. Now, if they try to stay friends after rejecting you, nah, you're not a consolation prize. You're not a part-time therapist. You're not plan B with feelings. You say, hey, I care about you, but I can't do the friendship thing right now. Then disappear like a magician. And for my next trick, I'll vanish from your DMs. Here's the truth. The friend zone only has power over you when you don't respect yourself. Once you realize your time and attention are valuable, the whole game changes. You stop chasing potential and you start attracting mutual. Because when you know your worth, you don't beg to be chosen. You choose better. So, whether you're a man tired of being just a friend or a woman tired of being someone's backup plan, remember this. The friend zone isn't a life sentence. It's just a sign to move out. Break out, glow up, and let them wonder what happened to the person who used to text you every morning. Spoiler alert, you got self-respect and Wi-Fi. And that's the truth. If this hit home, share it with the person still waiting for their crush to realize they exist. Or don't, because honestly, they might finally text you back out of guilt. Either way, stop living in the friend zone. It's gentrified now. Rent's too high. Time to move out.